nerds, welcome back to another reading vlog. And oh boy, is it time for this one, because I have been slacking and it's time to make up for it. I think 24 was the best year release wise. There were so many good releases coming out, especially from my favorite authors, and I haven't bought any of them, which is a terrible thing. So we had to rectify that, and for that I am reading 3 new releases of last year from my favorite authors. These are not all the most anticipated releases of 24. I will be reading the others as well, but I could use them in other vlogs. So we're starting off with these 3. I have Witchspark by Dominique Villante. This is about Eglantine, and one of her arms is shorter than the other, and a lot of people don't take her serious because of it. However, she's very strong, especially mentally. How she does have to go through one of the most challenging things probably ever in her life, because her uncle is trying to steal her magical house, the magical house she inherited from her mother, who was a sorceress. However, when they tested Eglantine, she didn't have magic, so, and the house needs a new witch or sorcerer to bond with. Her uncle doesn't have magic either, but he is still trying to steal her house, and she has to find her way to her magic and bond with the house to save her father as well as her house. There's a wyvern in the house that's kind of her best friend, so it sounds great. Then we have Twice Upon a Time by Michelle Harrison. This is about identical twins that also have the power to flip with time. And their mom is an artist. They have been invited to a grand mansion, you know, old money world, because their mom is going to restore some paintings there. However, in the past, a servant of the mansion has been gone missing, and the twins are trying to solve it. And then we have The Fireflight Apprentice by Brie Paulson. This is basically about the witch in Garlic and a Vampire. I absolutely loved Garlic and a Vampire. And I'm not sure if it's her apprenticeship or if she is having an apprentice, but it is about the witch in Garlic and a Witch. Garlic and a Witch is the most wholesome vegetable fall town there is. I love the art so much. I love the characters so much. I especially love the witch, so I'm very excited about this one. And this is a graphic novel. I will... Chapter 1. I will show you the first page, just to show off the art. It's absolutely fall vibes. I love it. Very excited about these 3. I don't think I have to tell you that they're all 5 stars anticipated. If they're not going to be 5 stars, they're going to be disappointed, because all these authors have been 5 stars in the past. All these tales are definitely something that I would enjoy, and I trust these authors completely. So 5. You can also see this as a 5-star prediction vlog, but it is me reading from my favorite authors, because I have been slacking on their new releases, and I'm sorry. There were more than this. There were new releases by Phil Hikes. There were new releases by, I forgot his name, and he's such a nice guy. I chatted with him once. It's a dude who wrote The 3 Impossible Places that I absolutely loved. He has a book, The Beanstalk Murder, came out last year. And I first wanted to do that one in this vlog. However, I can use it for Fairy Tale February. So we'll be reading it then. Also, that would fit in the... I want to do a vlog because you guys hurt my feelings a bit. No, it's not that serious. However, some of my favorite books weren't voted on for the Pinch of Mischief book club members, so I'll probably do a vlog on those. And this was one of the, the Beanstalk Murder was one of the books you didn't vote on. But I will now be reading it in February. So, we're doing these 3 books. They're all about witches or magic, and I'm very excited. Hello, it has been 9 o'clock and we have done things. So during Barbara's Prince today, I read a bit of Witchspark by Dominique Villante. I am 66 pages in and I love it. It's amazing. This is about Eglantine. We follow her, and Eglantine lives in a magical living house. It has its own thoughts. It can communicate, not by speaking, but like the pictures in the house nod, or the coat hanger seems to nod, or hit people in the chin, stuff like that. And her mom was a great sorceress, and she is bonded with the house. Unfortunately, her mom died, so now the house needs to bond with a new sorceress. And in this world, only people that got in touch with the witchspark, the Islespark. And if you touch by Islespark, then you will become a witch, a wizard, a sorceress, or, depending on how much magic you have. Her mom had a lot of magic because she became a sorceress, and Eglantine doesn't have any magic, appearing to the test. However, the house still wants to bond with her. The wyvern, that is her best friend and is taking care of the house, that believes she has magic. Her mom believes she had magic. So this magical house is very special. There aren't many, but there aren't even less that have this much magic and this much history to them. And apparently this house even has a secret grimoire that is even rarer. So her uncle tries to steal the house. He has been trying to steal the house his whole life. He was supposed to inherit it. The rules changed and now he's not. And he's very angry about it. I love this book. The house is great. The wyvern is awesome. Eglantine is awesome. She has a disability. One of her arms is small. I actually believe that is the same disability as Dominique Villante has. And where Starfell was definitely inspired by someone experiencing a disability, I do like that this book really shows it. It tells you, you can see people's reactions to it, and you can see how the mom and the dad and Eglantine herself deal with it. And that is a wonderful thing. They deal with it lovely. I absolutely love it. So already love the characters, love the house, love the magic system in here, love the world building that we already got in the 66 pages. Well, they were all expected 5 stars, right? So, yeah. That suspicion has just been raised. And then the 4th chapter has the best chapter heading there is Ghost, Grimoires, and the Promise of Magic. I love it. Very excited. Very happy I started it on Barbara's Print. Afterwards, I really wanted to knit because it it helps me sit down. So I could not find the audiobook of this, but I could find the audiobook of Twice Upon a Magic on Everend. This is by Michelle Harrison, so the expectations are high. I especially love how Michelle Harrison writes sisters. And this is about an identical twin sisters. Their identical looks, however, the characters are very different. And they both have the ability to mess with time. They have always been able to, they don't fully understand it themselves, and currently they're in this very old grand house because their mom is an artist and she gets hired by very wealthy people to recover and paintings and stuff. And there is a mystery going on. One of the servants has appeared in earlier times and they're trying to solve the mystery. I love one of the sisters and I really did not like one of the other sisters. One is quite angry and defiant just for the sake of being defiant. However, she has just redeemed herself because in this old house with very old money, very wealthy people, we obviously have to deal with a very wealthy brat that is bullying people just because he has more money and he can. And he was trying to bully the sisters. The one I like a bit less, but now has redeemed herself, just asked him, "Don't you have manners? Or is that something money can't pay?" And I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, definitely intrigued by this book. I'm very intrigued where this story goes. They have the power to mess with time, both of them, because they think it's because the way they're born, but they're not sure. And one can slow down time and eventually take it backwards. She has told us she can, but we haven't seen the last one yet. And then she gets visions about the past, whereas the other twin can pause in time, so it goes a bit forward, and she gets visions of the future. We definitely had two unsettling visions of the future. So I am really getting into this book. I am really enjoying it. I am 158 pages in, which is almost halfway. I do love most characters. Every character that you're supposed to love, I do love. Obviously, there's one character we're supposed to hate, and so far, he did that. Very, very much enjoying my read so far. Knitting wise, I have been working for a tiny bit on the Halloween sock. I am in the feed, so I really want to finish this. I'm now 20 rows in the feed, however, my nerve is like, you're done, thank you. So I put it away and decided to continue my sweater instead, because it's a bit bigger needles and a bit bigger circumcised. That's not the right. The round of the needles is bigger. Tell me how that's called again. I have lost the word. So this is how it looks. It doesn't look like much, but I have just tried it and it looks great. It is up to my neck, which I wanted it to be, so I'm very happy about that. I just didn't show you because this is not big, so it was too revealing. But I will show you when I have split for the sleeves. I need 6 more raglan repeats, so 4 repeats every time, and that's 6 more times. And then I'm done and I can split for the sleeves. I'm very excited about this one. It's soft. Yes, so I think I'm having a good start with this. I am very curious about this, but I want to read this tomorrow. Start it, finish it to the full extent because, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this and I don't want to stop halfway. But I feel like that's a good book tomorrow to get into reading again. And then when I finish this, I need to get up another good book. And both of these right now are highly enjoyable. So this should get me back into reading tomorrow. Because my nerve is getting done. So I will just put on an episode of Criminal Minds. See if I can knit a tiny bit further. And then go to bed. That is the plan. And I will continue reading tomorrow. Because I don't want to finish them too fast either. I don't want to finish them in like 1 or 2 days. I have been looking for those. I've been really wanting to read them, so I don't want it to be over that soon. I will see you tomorrow.
Hello. It's the ending of day 2. I did end up finishing Twice Upon a Time by Michelle Harrison. And I really enjoyed it. However, this is the first time in a Michelle Harrison book that I really felt there were multiple instances where the kids definitely had time and should have asked for an adult. And there were adults, close by enough. They had time enough. They were all very helpful. They were all supportive adults. So this is the first book where I was like, oh, kids, damn it, you're just making stupid decisions for stupid decisions' sake. However, luckily the kids still the same, and they did regret their choices, and they spoke about it, so that's good. I did not see the twist coming. I love the characters, I love the plot twist, and the ending was just too sweet. So I'm still going to give it 4 stars because I did love it, and I do think it's a very good book. However, this is not a 5-star. Since this basically was a 5-star prediction vlog, that is a tiny bit sad. But I still loved it not as much as A Prince of Magic. I don't know if this will get sequels. I wouldn't mind. I don't think it's necessary, but I wouldn't mind. And in the 13 Treasure series, I really had to grow. And then I ended up giving 5 stars to some. So I can foresee that happening in this series as well, if it is going to be a series. If this is a standalone book, I think I like it a bit less overall than the 13 Treasure books combined. Because I really grow in that series and start loving a lot of them in the end. And I think about that series still a lot. So, one book finished. And then I did continue a bit in Witchspark by Dominique Villante. This makes me so happy. We're following Eglantine, who desperately needs magic but doesn't have it or failed the sparkle test, and is now trying to get magic what is called the wild way, as a wild witch, which is banned from the government, to save her house and her dad. Whereas we are now introduced to Princess Victoria, who has magic and desperately wants to get rid of it, because royals are not supposed to have magic. If they do, they can't be royals, and she, is supposed to be the queen. So I think this is going to be very interesting. So far, I am really interested in all the characters we got introduced. The Wyvern have made some very cute, very wholesome, very funny comments and stuff again. The magic ones that both the girls need, because they're both enlisting in the same band chorus of magic. One to bind her magic and one to gain magic. And they're both needing wands, which look like knitting needles. So I'm really pleased. Then, the Wyvern is all being cute about it, about the whole ordeal that he now has to go to a black market that is also banned, that he has read about in his murder mystery novels, that he really likes to read as long as he is, safely at home with his claws in a tin of biscuits. I was like, yeah, I can relate, dude. Then there is also now a character introduced as Lord Byron the Rat, which, before you ask, they don't know for sure if it is Lord Byron the poet. They don't know for sure. But the story is that Lord Byron the poet has been unkindly received by a previous king and has been cursed into being a rat. And there are definitely hints that he cursed poetic, but you have to be able to speak rat to know it. And unfortunately, the other character did not speak rat. So I assume it is actually meant to be Lord Byron the poet who has been cursed as a rat, which is, as a huge Frankenstein and Mary Shelley fan, obviously very fun to see. Love that mod. I don't see how Witchspark can be anything under 5 stars. There is already so much I love in this book. And I'm 107 pages in. So has to be a 5-star. I can't see it go any other way. So I'm very pleased. I wanted to update you before I really go lie down in bed and read a couple of more pages before I go to bed. Won't finish it, but I will try to sleep soon because I'm in a lot of pain, but I do wanted to update you because I did finish a book and I'm absolutely loving what I'm reading, so want to get you on board on that. See you another day.
Hello! It's Monday. I have noticed, because I was putting the footage in, that I am in the same sweater again. Which can be, I swear I had another sweater on in between. But this is just my favorite sweater right now. So here I am again in a pink sweater, but it has been days before you see me last. So I'm allowed. Because I did end up reading The Fireflight Apprentice by Brie Balsam in this weekend. I was supposed to read it today. However, I have started it yesterday because I really wanted to. And I loved it again. It is so weird because this is the same author as Garlic and a Vampire. And this book feels very similar to Garlic as Garlic and a Vampire, but at the same time it also feels very, very different, which I don't think I've ever experienced again. Why it does look similar is the art style is again very fall-esque, very pretty. It looks like this. So that obviously gives same vibes. Then the characters are again so cute. I love the characters. This is a very wholesome story, as was Garlic and the Witch. The way it differs though is in this one, there is real danger. And there are also real deaths. And I think that makes it a very different story. The stakes are definitely higher here. Whereas Garlic and the Vampire is all cutesy and wholesome and even more fall vibes than this one. And now the sun is gone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the lightning changes, but I can't help it right now. So that's the difference. The stakes are high in this and there is real danger. But this is about the witch from Garlic and the Vampire, and I loved it. I would highly recommend it. Unless you have a trigger warning for a parental death, then don't. But yeah, really cute. Really enjoyed it. So the only thing left to do is finish Witchspark, which I'm very excited about. I'm very ready to read that book. I love it. So I think I will see you when I've done that. Hello. So I was waiting to update you on Witchspark until I finished it. I'm currently at page 186. However, I will not be finishing this. I am going to stop reading, not because I don't like it, but it turned out that most of us from the Pinch of Mischief middle grade book club weren't as invested to continue with Foxheart. And you all decided that Witchspark is going to be the March book of the Pinch of Mischief middle grade book club. because that is too soon to reread it, I am going to stop reading it now and then pick it up back up in March. So I still know the bits that I loved and, I wanted to share with you. So yeah, that means that it will not be read in this vlog. However, if you want my full thoughts about this book, which, spoiler alert, I love, it is highly likely to get 5 stars. But there will be a live show for this book with all my thoughts, where you could share all your thoughts with me, and we will speak about this book then. Because I am very sad that I cannot continue this book right now, but I'm also very happy that you all decided to read it with me, and you're all gonna read this book, because Dominique Villante deserves all the support she can get. Her book is amazing. All her books I've read so far are amazing. So I'm very happy to share this book with y'all. I think a lot of you will love it. It's so fun. So I can't wait to have that experience with you all. So I am ending this vlog here now, because otherwise it's gonna take months. But this is highly gonna be 5 star. Twice Upon a Time got 4 stars, and then Firefly Apprentice got also 4 stars. So, not only 5 stars as expected, but I enjoyed this very, very much. And I would recommend any of the books in this vlog. If you like this video, please let me know. Click the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more chaos from me. And I will see you next one. Bye, nerds.